Oop, autofocus right at the gate. Alright guys, so this is another non-comic lineup, and for those wondering, what is non-comic lineup? Non-comic lineup is basically a video series I do on my Patreon as an exclusive, but think of it as promotion. So this is one that didn't make it on my poll. That one was the Outsiders that won that poll, and as always, if you guys would like to check out my Patreon, just hit the link below, head on over there. And if you just want to check out videos and do polls, you guys can hit the second or third tier. Plus, if you just want to do polls that will affect videos there on Patreon or here on YouTube, you can hit the first one, that's $5. Or if you just want the whole shebang, hit the fourth tier where you guys can send me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, let's get started with this group. And you're probably wondering, you're probably thinking to yourself, who the hell are the 7 Soldiers of Victory? Well, the 7 Soldiers of Victory are a very interesting case, because they're usually a group of characters that really, unless your name is Grant Morrison, you care about. The 7 Soldiers of Victory were basically 7 team members of these lesser-known characters that were brought together by unknown circumstances, and originally it was a team led by the Shining Knight, Vigilante, and Green Arrow and Speedy, and it had a few other characters on there. And then Grant Morrison did it with Clarion the Witch Boy, Zatanna, I think Metamorpho was on the team, and that team went on some crazy adventures too. So we're kind of in this video we're going to be kind of honoring the spirit of that team. So yeah. Now, for any of you who are new here and don't know about non-comic lineup, this is basically where I take a team, like I said, this team right here, we're, for the instance, the 7 Soldiers of Victory, a DC comic team, and we're going to replace it with characters outside of comics. So, no characters from Marvel, DC, Image, although Ninja Turtles kind of works because they're more cartoon than comic these days, and the cartoons influence the comics more. Yeah. So, let's get started. So, let's get started with our first character. Our first character, I thought would be pretty fun because I never use any of these characters at all. I have never used any of these characters. And we're going to start things off with I don't think I've ever used any of these in these videos. No, maybe. And I'm going to be starting things off with Espio from Sonic. Espio would be a lot of fun on this team because he can cloak, he's a master ninja, and he's also a lot of fun just to see him just kind of have this dry, stoic kind of personality to him. And I think it would be a lot of fun to see how he would play off the other members of the team. I think it would be a lot of fun to see him, like, going around ghosting members while the rest of the team would be fighting head-on, while Espio would be just running around and just going, yeah, I'm just gonna drop motherfuckers left and right. That's just how Espio do. So I think Espio would be a lot of fun in this take. I think Espio would be a lot of fun in here. So yeah, so there's Espio. Our next character, we're moving on to our second one. Our second member of this team like, the thing about the 7 Soldiers of Victory is that they're really, like, kind of just a bunch of random characters that are just kind of thrown into these situations. So the next character on this team would be Mikko from Glitch Techs. So Mikko would be a lot of fun. I think she would be kind of like the glue and heart of this team, where she'd be the one who would be like, have that kind of can-do attitude, that kind of like, hey, we're gonna fight through this, we're gonna get through this. And if you guys don't know, yeah, she's pretty strong in her own right. Obviously, the Glitch Tech gauntlets allow her to access other games. She can also summon her bird Allie. That's kind of a Chocobo parody, really. So I think Mikko would be a lot of fun. Plus, I'd love to see her like interact with with the other 5 characters on this team. So Mikko would be part of this. So there you go. Next up, we have probably the person that would be closest to a leader on this team. At our third spot right here, filling in our 7 Soldiers of Victory, our third member of this team is Major Kusanagi. Like I said, she'd be the closest this team would have a leader, and yeah. what can I say about Major Kusanagi that hasn't been said already? Major Makoto Kusanagi is a brilliant fighter. She's absolutely devastating to encounter, and she can pretty much, you know, meld her mind with any machine. And she's pretty she's also, of course, because thanks to that robotic body, she's got, you know, enhanced strength, speed, durability, and she can take a serious beating. Not only that, master hand-to-hand fighter. She's just the whole package. Like, there's no other way to say it. She's just the whole package, and someone you just don't want to mess with. Like I said, the Major would probably be the closest you'd have as a leader in this version of the Seven Soldiers of Victory. So there you go. They're down to 3. Let's get on to the next 4. So the next member of this team of the Seven Soldiers of Victory, for our next one, my next pick for this team is shit. I just lost it. Oh yeah, Bullseye, not Bullseye from Marvel Comics, Bullseye from Extreme Dinosaurs. Yeah, I'm bringing in a lot of new people for this. So Bullseye from Extreme Dinosaurs would be a lot of fun. He's a weapons expert. He's also got that aerial advantage that would help the team a lot. He's also another guy. I think because he's the jokester of the team of the Extreme Dinosaurs. Bullseye would be he would just be completely insufferable to everyone else except Mikko, and the two of them would just be running around like a couple gremlin children, making all kinds of shenanigans. Like, there's no other word to say it other than they just be running around pulling off shenanigans. So, yeah, I would absolutely... And like I said, Bullseye would also supply the team with just all of the weapons. If there's a gun, he can make it. If there's something that can be made into a gun, he's gonna make it into a gun. There's no other way around it. So there you go. We now have 4 members. Let's move on to the final 3 members of these 7 soldiers. So the next one on this group would be kind of fascinating because, yeah, now in Grant Morrison's 7 Soldiers of Victory, like I said, Clarion the Witch Boy was a member of this team. So kind of a villain you couldn't really trust, and even the rest of the team couldn't trust. And for this, I'm putting Alistair as the 5th member of the 7 Soldiers of Victory. Alistair would definitely be like a major powerhouse and almost like the magic member of this team. Alistair, of course, is absolutely he's brutal, he's cunning, he's conniving, and someone the rest of the team would just kind of keep their eye on. Even though, yes, he's a powerhouse and they would need him, Alistair would be absolutely terrifying, and someone they're equally afraid of having them stab them in the back as much as, you know, the other enemies they would face, whether they be from hell or the multiverse or whatever. So Alistair would be a lot of fun, and just kind of like this team is just a powder keg of various personalities, and Alistair would just be there finding entertainment by twisting the knife a little bit every so often. So yeah, Alistair for the 5th member of this team. So moving on to the 6th member. The 6th member of this team is going to be Tien from Dragon Ball Z, or better put, for all the true anime fans, Tenshinhan. Tenshinhan is my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. I think he would be an absolutely great member to this group. He would be a physical fighter, another great powerhouse added to this edition, and someone who could probably be like the second in command to Kusanagi. If she needed help wrangling in the rest of these like various personas and egos kind of combating with one another, yeah, Tien would probably be there to help. And plus, if Alistair started acting like a fool, yeah, I'm pretty sure Tien would be the one. Tien would keep all 3 of his eyes on Alistair first and foremost. So there you go, Tien for our 6th member. And for our 7th member of this team, the 7th member of this group is is going to be Sabine from Star Wars Rebels. Sabine would be another fun member, and I think it'd also be fun to see her like kind of artistically include the other members of this group. And plus, as a Mandalorian, weapons are her religion, and trust me, she's got a lot. She'd be another member that I know the Major could probably, like Major Kusanagi, could probably put her trust in, and would probably be someone she could trust as a top lieutenant in case anything happened to Tien. So there you go, guys. Those are my 7 soldiers of victory. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think, and what are your 7 soldiers of victory in non-comic in this non-comic lineup? Just comment below, let me know, and as always, thank you again. And like I said, if you guys would like to check out the non-comic lineup I had for the Outsiders, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon. You guys can hit the second or third tier. And just if you want to check out videos and do polls, just do that. And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.